The shroud of mystery is slowly being lifted, unveiling the events that led to King Cobra's death. During his confrontation with the Gorosei, Cobra reveals astonishing information which had entire kingdoms wiped out in the past. And it's in this intense moment where Cobra brings up the long-lost Queen Lili of Alabasta, who mysteriously disappeared 800 years ago during the birth of the world government. Now, Queen Lili is definitely an important piece to solving the puzzle that is the Void Century, as evidenced by Imu's reaction upon hearing her name. Understand that Imu, a mysterious figure that's veiled in secrecy, surprisingly chose to reveal themselves to Cobra, showcasing their deep interest in Queen Lili. I mean, bro must have been sprinting to get up them stairs. At least they reached the top without dying, unlike some people. But now this has led us to many questions. What are the secrets behind Queen Lili's disappearance? What is her connection with Imu? And how does this intertwine with the imminent dawn of the new era? It's time to reveal the truth. It's likely that Queen Lili's name is wordplay for lily flower, and in ancient Egyptian culture, where Alabasta draws heavy inspiration from, the lily flower is associated with things like beauty, fertility, and purity. And this complements her surname, Nefertari, which means the most beautiful companion or the most beautiful of them. Now listen up. In ancient Egyptian history, there was a queen called Nefertari, who was famous for her beauty, wisdom, and influence, similar to Vivi. However, despite Queen Lili sharing the same surname as Queen Nefertari, I don't think it's Queen Nefertari who she's based off of. Instead, Queen Lili seems to be based off of the real-life Queen Nefertiti, who mysteriously disappeared after the death of her husband. After the death of her husband, Pharaoh Akhenaten, Nefertiti seems to have vanished from official documentation and historical accounts. The fate of Queen Nefertiti and even the place where she's buried remains a mystery. Now, how does this come back to Queen Lili? When you take a look at the most popular theories surrounding the real-life Queen Nefertiti's disappearance, that's when it all starts to make sense. It's rumored that Queen Nefertiti took on the identity of Pharaoh Smenkhare, who was the pharaoh that ruled after her husband. In other words, Queen Nefertiti may have deceived everyone by impersonating the identity of a pharaoh, so that she could continue being in power and holding authority. Now it's time to reveal the truth. The reason why there's only 19 swords placed in front of the empty throne and not 20 is because Queen Lili never made her promise, because she wanted that throne. And in the latest chapter, we saw her sit on it. Lili took on the identity of Imu and erased her name from all records, but she left one message for the kings of Alabasta. Now just sit back and let me explain. After the events of the Void Century, and with Alabasta likely playing a key part in them, Queen Lili wanted to rule the world. And because of her wisdom, leadership, and beauty, she ascended to this title. She done so under utmost secrecy and had her name erased from all records. But Queen Lili, who is now Imu, left one message to her brother, who had now become king, which was also passed down through the kings of Alabasta. And this message warned them of the will of Di and the people of Di, and how they are essentially enemies or devils. The kings of Alabasta were instructed to stay away from the will of Di and to ensure that all information was hidden from the world. But that all ended when Cobra met Robin. Ever since Cobra met Robin, he seems more interested in finding the truth of the world and Alabasta. In chapter 823, Cobra says he wishes to know what the kings of Alabasta did to this world. And this was because the kings of the past all played a role in hiding the truth. The ancestors of Cobra and Vivi are guilty. In chapter 202, Cobra says to Robin that generations of kings were entrusted to protect a poneglyph. But the use of the word protect was not something Robin agreed with. And maybe this is because Robin knew that they weren't trying to protect it, rather hide it from the world. Cobra may have realized this, and that's why he went to the Gorosei. He was confused about why the message passed down by Queen Lili was so negative on the Will of Di when he saw a Will of Di member save his kingdom with his own eyes. But little did he know that he stepped out of line. Imu, who is Queen Lili, saw that a king of Alabasta is stepping out of line. Not only was he being a bad little slave and not doing what he was told, but he knew too much and he was too curious. And that's why he was killed. And the reason why Imu is interested in Vivi is because she may see some similarities in her. Not just physical attributes, but the attributes like wisdom, leadership, and influence. Imu may feel threatened by her, which is why she wanted to capture her. But yeah, comment your theories down below. What do you think is the truth behind Queen Lili? Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here, and I'll see you guys next time.